Good day, everyone. By the way, my name is Ariel, a registered criminologist, and I'll be your instructor for the subject Forensic Ballistics. And this will be we will be using this book as a reference, by Ariel Manlusoc, a professor and a registered criminologist. So today we will be talking about the course description and the introduction of the subject Forensic Ballistics. So class, what comes first into our mind when we heard the word Forensic Ballistics? Maybe some of us would say that it is the study of firearms. Well, as we discuss all the topics that we will be tackling in this subject, all of us will learn all about forensic ballistics. So without further ado, let's proceed to the course description. So this course intends to provide students fundamental knowledge regarding branches of ballistics, classification of firearms, classes of bullets and cartridge cases, source and origin of gunpowder and primer, provide basic knowledge in differentiating class and individual characteristics found in a firearm, bullets and cartridge cases, identify appropriate agencies that can handle issues related to firearms examination, and apply knowledge in criminal law, procedure, and evidence in qualifying a case related to firearms investigation and in court presentation. So this subject, forensic ballistics, this course will help you students, especially those future law enforcement officers someday. These subjects will help you acquire knowledge and understand the different types of firearms, its classification, and about bullets and cartridge cases. And aside from that, you will also provide basic knowledge about the characteristics of in a particular firearm, and this will help you if you will be a police officer someday, because this will guide you on how you will identify a firearm, a particular firearm, especially if there's a cases like shooting incidents. So, as a police officer, you must know how to handle that particular situation, how you will gather evidences, and how you will identify the firearm used in a particular incident or case, and prepare evidence during court presentation, makakabuli niya para ma-solve ang usang kaso, pinaagi hini masasabtan naton kung ano nga firearm ang gigamit pagpatay han biktima, or ang gigamit han suspect. So, amoy na natin may babaruan ini nga subject, forensic ballistics. So, that's why this is very important for you students to learn the subject, forensic ballistics. So, let's proceed to the introduction. Now, in the beginning of human civilization, the man already studied the making of firearms. For what purpose? For what purpose? Why the man already studied the making of firearms in the beginning of human civilization? For the purpose is that to protect, to protect their lives, tribes, and from possible invaders or colonizers. When we say invaders, they are the one who enters forcefully as an enemy. So ginhimo na hatong panahon nag-study na hira paghimo kung paano paghimo hining firearm para protektahan na nila kalugaringon ngadto ang mga tawo nga masakop or masakupan nila usang tribo didahan nila komunidad. So that's why nagtikang nan paghimuhan firearms. So the making of firearms has evolved from a simple hand cannon to highly automatic and powerful fighting jets. So nag-evolve ang paghimo han firearms from a simple hand cannon hasta nga naging highly automatic na ini nga naging powerful fighting jets na ginagamit na ini han mga pandigma naton mga army something like that ginagamit na ini han naton mga armed forces para protektahan an aton country or the people in a particular community. So now the study of motion of the projectile and all conditions that could influence its mobility has become the interest of gunsmith. So when we say gunsmith, we are referring to people who either build guns by themselves or modify and repair them. So ang gunsmith siya itong hiran naghihimo han firearms or let us say hiragihapon na nagmumodify, nagpapaupay ngan nagre-repair an usang firearm. So although cartridge has been in existence during the 14th century, it was only in the mid of the 19th century that it has begun to show some advances. So although nag-exist na an firearm or ang cartridge nag-exist na in 14th century nagamayadala ni mga advances didahan 19th century. So kumbaga nag-upay na an paghimo an cartridge an bala or let us say ammunition. So France and England are two of the most powerful countries that have explored the manufacture or more powerful and sophisticated firearms. So during that time, in the history, it is stated that France and England, they are the most powerful countries. Kay hira ang naghihimo they are the one who makes first war vessel, mga pandigma ng mga sarakyan, mga vessel, mga pandagat ng mga war vessel. So there is a common saying among gunsmith and artillerymen stating that a firearm is not a gun, it's the ammunition. So this is quite true, in as much as a firearm is not the one that gives power to itself. It is the ammunition that we load in the firearm that makes the gun powerful. For example, when we load a 38 caliber cartridge in a 357 Magnum revolver and fire it, we did not actually fire a Magnum 357 revolver, but merely a 38 revolver. Karagsingon, diri matatawag nga firearm an usa nga pusil kun an mga bala kundi an mga bala kay diri an firearm an nagahatag in kusog haya ka lugar inyon kundi an bala mismo. Karagsingon kun waray bala sa nga pusil waray daw inigamit. So originally, the study of ballistics was divided into three divisions. First is that the interior, exterior, and terminal ballistics. So it was only in the 20th century when firearms evidence became a subject of investigational interest in the form of fire bullets, cartridge cases, and gunshot wounds. As a result, Each study evolved into 4 branches, which now includes forensic ballistics, or the science of firearms identification, in addition to the 3 previously mentioned. So, ang pag-aram hini nga ballistics, nagamit na ini as evidence in courts, naging subject of interest na ini. Pinaagi ang firearm identification, pag-identify kung ano na klase na pusil ang gingamit pagpatay, pinaagi ang pag-determine or pag-examine ang bullets or cartridge cases nga ang gunshot wounds sa nga victim. So amo ito niya. Firearms identification is one of the early forensic sciences that were given recognition and acceptance by the courts as evidence that would aid the administration of justice, most especially in cases of shootouts, suicides, murder, and dropout, among others. So, ang firearms identification, usay niya forensic sciences nga gin-recognize, nga gin-accept korte para maging ebidensya nga makabulig, nga masulbar ang mga kaso, ang mga shootouts, suicide, murder, nga niba pa. So, gigamit na ini to solve the cases, ngan para mag-present ini nga mga evidence sa korte. Among the forensic sciences, criminalistic subjects, there is the forensic ballistics, which gained the highest interest among students. So, nagamayadahin ang forensic ballistics, usay niya nga nag-gain in highest interest ng mga estudyante, among the forensic sciences or criminalistic subjects. To the law enforcement agents, gun collector, fiscals and judges, the identification of firearms is their concern in bringing justice to the victims' shooting incidents. So, an firearms identification, naging concern na niya ngan nakabulig ini ang mga law enforcement agents, mga gun collector, fiscals, nga mga judges para ma-solve ano sa nga cases or ano sa nga kaso, para ma-solve ano sa nga kaso. So, most of the highly sensational sensational cases committed here and in abroad involve the use of firearms. A number of dates and great loss of property involves the use of firearms and explosives. Hence, future law enforcers need to be properly guided in dealing with cases involving the use of firearms. This manual was prepared so as to give us basic knowledge, of the principles and applications of the science of firearms identification. So, this book, Forensic Ballistics, this manual will help you, future law enforcers, to be properly guided, especially if you are dealing with cases involving the use of firearms. So as we go along with the topics that we will be discussing, each one of you will acquire knowledge, all about firearms, the principles and the applications of the science of firearms identification. So that's all for now, class. We just talk about the course description and then the introduction of our subject, forensic ballistics. And in the next few days, I will upload our module for prelim, and also I will prepare our pre-mid lecture video or discussion with the subject for prelim examination. So class, that's all for now, and have a nice day, everyone. God bless.
We got history, got me feeling the nostalgia when you look at me. Thinking about what could've happened or what could've been. Finally your face, I know it, that a sight to see. Take my time, then take your clothes off one more time maybe. Acting like you don't recall it, ain't impressing me. Didn't come to see your friends, I know you came for me. Like your dress but you fit better Put my feelings all aside, don't know what to make it right. Pictures popping on my mind, all these occasions, let's work it out with me. I don't think it hurts to give another try.